Now on CoastTV News.
We're seeing chilly temperatures out the door this morning with another warm and dry day on the way. A cool down is coming, but still no rain in the forecast. I'll have more on the drought conditions coming up.
Delaware's electric vehicle future. I'll tell you about state officials' goals to put more electric vehicles on the roads.
Dialing back the diesel, that's the plan for the Cape May Lewis ferry, and we are going to look at the attempt to bring the hybrid ship to the fleet.
Planning for new policy after tram tragedy, when Ocean City officials say they will act following the August death of a 2-year-old boy on the boardwalk.
This is CoastTV News Today.
And it is Wednesday, October 23rd, 2024. Good morning. I'm Matt Pensick.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Paige Marley. Thanks for being up with us during our 5 o'clock hour.
We have a busy morning, and one of the stories that we continue to track, Paige, is the drought-like conditions we're experiencing.
Yeah, definitely. This has been a little rough. You know, Bob was saying yesterday we may not even see rain until next month. That's not that far away, but
it's not that far away,
still.
But it's also a little less than 2 weeks away.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So let's bring in Bob right now. Bob, any chance there's rain today?
No chance, zero chance. Amazing that we could go through the entire month of October with no rain, and then we have to go back to the 27th of September before we had measurable rain. So we'll have much more on the persisting drought conditions coming up. But it's chilly out the door. We're seeing low 50s, no 40s yet. 52 in Georgetown, 50 in Delmar, 51 in Salisbury. Milder at the beaches, Rehoboth 60 and Bethany Beach at 60. The winds are calm, but the tendency of the winds are out of the south and west, and they will be picking up today. And that will elevate fire danger as we go into the afternoon hours with the very dry conditions. But mainly clear right now. We have a few clouds back to the west, thicker clouds offshore with a tropical system offshore. That's not going to bother us. We're looking at Futurecast and temperatures in the 50s this morning. By mid-morning, clear skies, temperatures in the low 60s. So it will be another mild day. By noon, we're into the mid-70s. Some cooler 60s from Dewey Beach down to Fenwick Island. And then by 2 o'clock, we're into the mid-70s. I think we could see some upper 70s inland areas, but cooler from Dewey Beach down to Fenwick Island, and then mild and breezy as we go into the evening hours. Once again, do not burn. Of course, I'm sure many of you are heeding that advice with the drought conditions. It gets breezy this afternoon with the elevated fire danger and warm as well, but then it cools down tomorrow and the winds are up once again. So up and down temperatures, but still very dry for the next several days. Much more on the drought conditions coming up in just a little bit.
Bob, thank you so much. Well, of course, we are seeing more and more electric vehicles on our roads. Delaware has been working to transition to electric transportation futures.
And Coast TV News reporter Elisa Weber is live in Milton. Elisa, state officials have a big goal, they say, for fall 2025. It's also receiving some pushback.
Yeah, Matt and Paige, I'm currently standing by some electric vehicle chargers, and you can see there's also an electric car charging up right over here. And we're seeing more stations like these ones being put up throughout Delaware and the country as electric vehicles become more popular. And a major part of the Delaware electric vehicle infrastructure plan is by fall 2025, it was proposed that 35% of new vehicles sold in Delaware are zero emissions. And now this possible regulation has received a lot of pushback from Delaware Republicans who are asking for a reevaluation of this due to concerns over cost, government overreach, and the availability of chargers. There has also been much debate around the state regarding the addition of new vehicle charging stations. And tonight, DENREC and DELDA will host 2 online public meetings to present Delaware's electric vehicle infrastructure plan titled Charging Forward, Delaware Strategy of Electric Vehicle Charging Infrastructure. In 2022, Governor Carney announced that Delaware will join 13 other states in adopting California's zero-emission vehicle regulations, providing drivers looking to purchase an electric vehicle with more choices at Delaware dealerships. And those meetings will be held at 4 o'clock and 6 o'clock. They will be the same meetings, and there's also going to be a question and answer period throughout. Back to you.
Thank you, Elisa, for that. The Delaware EV policy is on a fast track, and it has become a focal point in this election season. All new gas-powered cars will be banned from being sold in the state by 2035. The Democratic and Republican candidates for State House District 14 have differing opinions about this state government regulation of business.
People that sell products in our market economy, they adapt to market conditions. And so I think it's exciting to have incentives to have car dealers sell clean cars.
I'm against banning all gas car sales. I think there should be an equal balance as the market pushes it. Right now, we don't have enough generation to provide electric.
Sussex County is not part of a $14 million Delaware plan for new charging stations. A recent federal grant is directing all that money to go to along Interstate 95 in Newcastle County.
Starting next week, make sure you tune in to Coast TV for our preview week coverage. We will be airing exclusive candidate interviews focusing on the races that'll impact us here on Delmarva. Our Decision 2024 Preview Week kicks off next week.
Happening today, former President Trump is making another campaign trip to Georgia.
Current Vice President Harris will have a town hall in Pennsylvania, as NBC's Alice Barr shows us, each working to make their case less than 2 weeks until Election Day.
The presidential nominees are stepping up their outreach. Former President Trump holding events with faith leaders and Latino voters before rallying in North Carolina.
We're going to take care of you. We're going to work together.
Looking to shore up a state he's won twice that's now in play, he went on the attack against Vice President Harris.
She took a day off. She's got no energy at all. Her speeches last for about 15 minutes.
That as the vice president sat down with NBC's Hallie Jackson, who pressed her about the role of gender, with fewer men supporting her than did President Biden.
Regardless of someone's gender, they want to know that their president has a plan to lower cost, that their president has a plan to secure America in the context of our position around the world.
Do you not see sexism as a factor in this race at all?
I don't think of it that way. My challenge is the challenge of making sure I can talk with and listen to as many voters as possible and earn their vote.
President Barack Obama.
Former President Obama, who has suggested sexism is at play in direct appeals to men, campaigned in Detroit overnight with rapper Eminem, the latest celebrity Harris endorsement. While the vice president acknowledged her campaign is preparing for the possibility former President Trump will again declare victory before all the votes are counted.
Of course. This is a person, Donald Trump, who tried to undo a free and fair election.
Both nominees looking ahead while staying focused on the final 2 weeks before Election Day. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
A candlelight vigil was held in North Carolina on Tuesday to remember the victims of Hurricane Helene. This was at Pack Square Park in downtown Asheville. Several hundred people were in attendance. The Asheville Symphony and several local choirs performed during the event. The night ended with a candle lighting ceremony.
Happening this morning, we should be getting a better idea of how the Delaware River and Bay Authority plan to bring a new hybrid ferry online. Delaware officials are meeting Wednesday to talk construction, among other things. That hybrid ferry will replace a 40-year-old diesel vessel.
We have breaking news this morning. Former Los Angeles Dodgers great Fernando Valenzuela has died, and what we are showing you here are fans gathering at Dodger Stadium to pay their respects to the legendary pitcher. The Dodgers announced the news saying Valenzuela died Tuesday night at a Los Angeles hospital. They did not provide the cause or other details. Valenzuela also had a brief stint pitching for the Orioles in 1993. And in 1981, he became the first player to win Rookie of the Year and the Cy Young Award. Fernando Valenzuela dead at age 63.
You may remember this. It was just over 2 months ago. A 2-year-old boy was hit and killed by the tram that runs along the Ocean City Boardwalk. It's an event that brought the community together, though, as they paid respect by beginning to place stuffed animals where that accident happened. Now, the Ocean City Council is looking at the future of the tram service for next summer. An investigation is still being conducted by the town's police department. But once that wraps up, Ocean City officials say they do plan to make some changes. One vacationer we spoke with says they hope there's a way to safely continue the trams on the boardwalk.
A lot of people, they depend on that for transportation, especially elderly people or people with back problems or whatever. So it just seems like more precautions would be the way to go, not cancel it.
And the Ocean City Council does say it's waiting for the conclusion of that police investigation before any of those proposed changes can be debated.
Let's bring us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know, what should Ocean City prioritize in deciding the tram's future? So let's take a look at the updated results.
All right, 56% of you say prioritizing the tourist convenience, 39% of you the public safety, and just a few of you chiming in with cost and tram upgrades. So it's obvious what most of you are thinking right there. If you still want to vote, that poll is still up. Go to coasttv.com or vote on our app.
We have an update on the story that we've been covering in Delaware. The DIAA has reprimanded Indian River High School for apparently breaking rules about student-athlete eligibility. An investigation revealed that the school's football team appeared in a commercial for Hershey Exteriors. That goes against regulations, and that prevents student-athletes from endorsing products. The DIAA has ordered the school to remove the commercial. Also, they're creating a policy on endorsements within 30 days.
All right, we're just getting started this morning on Coast TV News Today.
Yeah, coming up, comfort to Carolina, how one local organization is helping those in need after the devastation from Hurricane Helene.
Also ahead this morning, a Connecticut fire control battle, how it's turned deadly and what's expected today in dealing with that fire.
A new brew at the beach. We have the latest beer maker looking to set up shop along our coast. Coast TV News Today is back in a moment.
Ride the wave of Delmarva's vibrant coastal vibes with Coast Life. From hidden gems to sun-kissed trends and captivating local tales. Dive deep and immerse yourself in our coastal rhythm. Catch Coast Life weekdays at 4 on Coast TV.
We know Angela Also Brooks got caught taking illegal tax breaks, owing $59,000 in back taxes.
And she's now getting a deal. No penalties and a 25% reduction in interest.
Now the New York Times reports Also Brooks lied on official mortgage documents, and Also Brooks was sued twice for not paying her bills. Thousands in water, sewer, and other expenses. What scandal will they report next? Maryland's Future is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Is your cookware scratched inside and an eyesore on the outside? Introducing Gotham Steel Hammered Cream Cookware. Forged with an authentic hammered design, engineered with extremely strong titanium and tri-coated with ultra non-stick ceramic. Gotham Steel features double the non-stick release. Now you can cook healthier without all the butter or oil. Get this huge 15-piece set for 4 payments of $49.99 with free shipping.
To order, call 1-800-513-6408.
Serving part-time in the Army National Guard has led to a lot of firsts for me. It paid for me to be the first person in my family to go to school and graduate debt-free. That education helped me get to the first day at my career, a job that I can still hold while I serve part-time. That job and the home loan benefits I got from my service helped me buy my first home. And I take pride knowing I will be the first to respond if my community ever needs me.
To learn more, visit nationalguard.com/DC.
Get the Coast TV News app, the latest and most up-to-date stories for your coastal community. Coastal news customized to your needs. Download the Coast TV News app on your Apple or Android devices. Coast TV, our community, your news.
Just about 5:13 on this Wednesday morning. Spicer Brothers Cam, we're looking at Salisbury University. Looking pretty clear here, 51, but we have dew point and temperature matching. Could see a little bit of fog out there. Nothing widespread. It'll burn off pretty quick after sunrise. 50s inland right now, 60 in Rehoboth and Bethany Beach. And we've got light winds at the present time, but those winds pick up later this afternoon. And we do elevate the fire danger. Clear skies right now and just some clouds moving in from the west, but nothing in the way of precipitation. We're seeing some rain off the Carolina coast, but that's not coming our way. Here's our drive cast this morning, the green light, and we're looking at a chilly start. I did see a lot of deer out there this morning, so watch out for them. And then for the afternoon commute, the green light, warm, breezy, and continued dry.
In Ocean View, Substation Road is connected to 5 neighborhoods. It's now under construction and down to just 1 lane. On your screen is the stretch of road we're talking about. DelDOT is resurfacing, widening, and adding curbs to Substation Road. And we went to that area of Sussex County to learn what people there think about this project that is affecting local traffic. And here is some of what we heard.
It'll be nice when it's all done. And the fact that we've lived here, there are a couple other roads that weren't finished, and now they're finished. So one of these days it'll be finished, and then we'll get to enjoy it.
We just figured we had no choice and we need to live with it, but it is inconvenient.
DelDOT says, weather permitting, this work should wrap up by early December. Protecting the whales and other sea creatures, that's the goal of new regulations that will apply to developers of offshore wind projects along our coast. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration Fisheries has released dozens of provisions, including regulations that actually allows for the incidental killing of small number of marine mammals during construction. The regulations start January 1st and last through December 31st of 2029.
Get this, a new brewery headed to the coast. First State Brewing from Middletown is opening in Rehoboth Beach. It's going to be on Coastal Highway near Safeway. It's where the pond has been for the past few years. No word on when First State will have its opening. Target is slashing its prices on thousands of items ahead of the holiday shopping season. The retailer expected to cut prices on more than 2,000 home goods, beauty products, toys, and food and beverage items. Some prices have already dropped, and the discounting will continue through December. That's some good news. This is the second time this year Target has cut prices in an attempt to lure in inflation-weary shoppers. Sounds good to me. We'll take it. Coming up this morning, still a tragic turn in a brush fire. This is in Connecticut, what you're seeing, the death and damage that's happened there this week.
Quiet conditions on the coast this morning. Here's our Hershey Exteriors Camp 62 in Ocean City. Pretty mild there. A little cooler inland. It's another warm and dry day. Then more wind and cooler for the rest of the week as the drought conditions continue. I'll break down those impacts coming up in 2 minutes.
Listen to Big 107.7, Delmarva's classic rock station.
Halloween night can be one of the busiest of the year.
You were bitten by a bat?
There's raining gas in there. One spark and this guy gets incinerated.
She was dead when we pulled her from the river.
We need way more.
Chicago Wednesday, new tonight on NBC and Peacock.
For over 50 years, our mission at Herker Property Maintenance has been very clear. Deliver exceptional curb appeal to neighborhoods, businesses, and property management. Our team of highly trained professionals are committed to making your properties look attractive, clean, and professional, limiting your risk of issues arising. From landscaping to full-service exterior maintenance, Herker's your one-stop solution. Send your RFP to Herker Property Maintenance now and discover how Herker can save you thousands and elevate your property curb appeal.
Who wants to drag out a bulky vacuum? Introducing Horsepower Duck, a super compact vac with ultra-powerful suction. Clean up that mess in the kitchen, the spill on the sofa, even sawdust in the workshop. Just duck it up. The compact design can reach the tightest places, so store it in any drawer where it's always at your fingertips. You can even store it in your glove box for the ultimate car vac. The HEPA filter helps remove dust and allergens. Plus, it dumps out with ease, so it's ready to clean again. Get the Horsepower Duck hand vac for just $39.99. Order right now and we'll upgrade you to the Duck Pro package, a $30 value, yours free. You get the bendable tube, the crevice nozzle, and the soft brush nozzle, but supplies are limited, so there's a strict limit of 3 ducks per order. This may be your last chance to get yours at this low price, so don't delay. Duck it up today.
Call 1-800-581-3085 or visit duckback.com. So call 1-800-581-3085 or visit duckback.com now.
Time is 5:18, and here is a live look for you at Ocean City. More clear skies this Wednesday morning, Bob, and once again, it signals another dry day.
It certainly does, Matt, and really no end in sight to the drought, and we continue to pile up those consecutive days without rain. We're now up to 26 days, so we go back to September 27th, the last time we had measurable rain. The record is 34 days, and I think we will tie and probably surpass that. Now, we're looking at our top 5 driest periods, and here is the one that we're going to tie tomorrow, 27 days. This was back in 1965, and then we're going to creep up this list. You can see 34 44 days back in 2001 was the longest streak, but I think we will surpass that with really no rain coming our way. Temperatures out the door this morning are cool. 52 in Georgetown, 52 in Seaford, Milton 56, 60 in Bethany Beach and Rehoboth. Winds are calm now, but they're going to pick up out of the southwest later this afternoon, elevating the fire danger, maybe complicating things. So as you know, there's no burning now, and there's really no burning until we get rain, which is going to be a while. We're looking at clear skies, and then there are some clouds moving into the I-95 corridor right now. You do have clouds offshore. That's from Tropical System Oscar. That's tracking well to our east. A little bit of rain off the North Carolina coast, but it's mainly high pressure, keeping us high and dry. Then we're watching this cold front for tomorrow. Unfortunately, no rain with it. All the moisture is farther north, so it'll be a dry frontal passage, but it will bring cooler conditions tomorrow, and it will be breezy as well. Here's Futurecast this morning. We're clear, temperatures in the 50s, warming into the 60s mid-morning. By noon, we're into the mid-70s. I'm thinking upper 70s this afternoon. Some places inland touching 80 degrees, but 60s at the beaches, around 65 in Dewey Beach, Fenwick Island 67. As we go into this evening, temperatures falling through the 60s into the 50s. And then as we go into Thursday morning, right around this time at 2 a.m., we will see a front coming through. Winds will shift to the north and west, and temperatures much cooler tomorrow. Mid-50s out the door in the morning, but it will be breezy as we go into Thursday morning, 10 a.m. You can see these northerly winds, and they're picking up all day long. And it's going to be breezy, but unfortunately dry as this front comes through, and highs into the afternoon into the mid to upper 60s, low to mid 60s at the beaches. Then we move into Friday morning. Winds go light, and it gets chilly. 39 in Seaford and Delmar, 40 in Millsboro, middle to upper 40s at the beaches, and pretty cool heading into Friday afternoon with 60s and looking chilly for Friday night lights as well. You can see those gusty southwest winds today eventually shifting to the northwest as we go into tomorrow, at times gusting to 30 miles per hour at the beaches and at least 25 inland, once again elevating those fire danger, then those winds will start to diminish with time. Here's your Paul Davis 7-day forecast. 80 today, mostly sunny, and then cooling into the upper 60s Thursday and Friday. A low 40 Friday morning, maybe a touch of frost. Then heading into the weekend, 73 Saturday, and then another front comes through, a dry one, 62 Sunday, 63 on Monday, and then we're back to mostly sunny skies Tuesday and 71 degrees. We're giving an umbrella away, and not going to use it for Mike Clary. I wish he could use it, but he won't be for a while. Congratulations, Mike. He's from Milton, and he gets a brand new umbrella courtesy of Paul Davis and CoastTV.
Thank you so much. Today, a crew from Maine is expected to arrive in Connecticut to assist with this brush fire there in Connecticut. The head of emergency management for Connecticut saying it's also asked the Maine Forestry Division for air support to help douse that fire from above. This fire broke out around 5:45 Monday evening. State officials say it has engulfed at least 80 to 90 acres already. A firefighter was killed. Several others were injured while battling that brush fire. The Connecticut National Guard has been activated and will also dump water on that fire.
Just over a week until Halloween, and we have a bit of a ghost story for you, more specifically a ghost crab pot. That's a pot that's been left on the bottom of the Delaware Bay, and it was the focus of a workshop at the University of Delaware. University officials taught local boaters how to use sonar to find derelict crab pots. The demonstrations included learning how to set up the equipment, how to find the pots out of the water, and ways to pull them up for collection.
An estimated 30,000 derelict crab pots out there, trying to get these pots out to stop the fishing. Ghost fishing is what it's called, or stopping those boats from accidentally running into and getting wrapped around their prop.
And university officials say from November 1st through the 3rd, boaters, they're asking for help to find these abandoned crab pots.
Coming up on Coast TV News today, local help after Hurricane Helene, the work being done on Delmarva for those in need in North Carolina. Coast TV News Today returns in a moment.
As a Prince George's County police officer under Angela Also-Brooks, here's what you should know. Also-Brooks wanted to remove security from our schools and cut police funding. She released violent criminals and drug dealers. Murders have doubled, carjackings are up 500%. She would abolish cash bail, letting more violent criminals go free. Larry Hogan, he has our backs, and that's why Maryland police unanimously endorsed him.
Join our team by donating today.
I'm Larry Hogan, and I approve this message. Capture your favorite moments at the CoastTV photo booth. Strike a pose and snap a pic, all for free. View previous pictures and see the next event at CoastTV.com under the Features tab. The CoastTV photo booth, sponsored by Baths by Spicer Brothers.
Introducing Paisano, the authentic pizza oven by Granite Stone. Now make the world's most delicious pizza with real stone right in your own home. You simply set it and let it make golden, crispy, extra cheesy stone-baked pies in under 6 minutes. You can get your Paisano pizza oven for just 3 easy payments of $39.99. Plus, we'll ship your entire order free.
Call 1-800-608-5198 or order online at buypaisano.com.
Have you ever felt leg pain, restlessness, cramps, tingling, swelling, numbness, itchiness, or coldness? Then you need the new, clinically proven Legzercise Pro, the natural circulation booster that uses continuous automatic leg movement to soothe pain and promote healthy circulation the natural drug-free way.
After using Legzercise for a week, I felt like I wanted to go for a walk again without pain like I used to.
Legzercise Pro's patented walking simulator propulsion technology moves your feet back and forth along its concave track, creating constant movement and flex at both the knee and ankle joints. It's like having a physical therapist right in your own home.
It's helped with the swelling and the pain. The tingling feeling is gone.
Call right now and order your very own Legzercise Pro, the clinically proven automatic leg mover that soothes pain and naturally promotes healthy circulation. Call now.
Get the Coast TV First Alert weather app with live satellite and radar, severe weather alerts, and extended forecast. Download the free Coast TV First Alert weather app, sponsored by Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling.
Listen to Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3. We're Delmarva proud.
People on Delmarva continue to help those hurt by Hurricanes Milton and Helene. Donations were donated on a trailer today. They're heading to North Carolina. Members of the community, they've been at this for weeks. They've received help from the Delaware Fraternal Order of Police Lodge 10. Taylor Swain with the Delaware FOP saying that she's grateful for those who have helped in any way that they could.
I get to work with a lot of great people within the community, and I'd be remiss if I didn't say, how important it is for the community support and how grateful we are for the community support that we actually get to come out and help with events like these. So their donations are extremely helpful and very much appreciated.
Included in those boxes heading to North Carolina are comforters as well as blankets.
First Alert meteorologist Bob Trihey back with us. Normally we will take a sunny day, Bob, and normally we would be disappointed with a rainy forecast, but not the case here.
Now, I think, is it possible we get tired of the blue skies and sunshine? I don't know, but the dry streak continues. That means another beautiful beach day. Fenwick Island and Ocean City, cool to start. Then we're in the lower 70s, Fenwick Island later, and some clouds too in Ocean City, right around 70 degrees. Lewis, you're looking at 74 later today after a cool start in Rehoboth in the lower 70s for you. UV index is moderate, waves around 2 to 3 feet. And on the bay side, about 1 foot waves. Cambridge, you're warming into the mid-70s as we go into the afternoon, so also nice weather on the other side of the peninsula. And then Crisfield, a little cooler for you with temperatures into the upper 60s. Much more on the persistent drought conditions coming up in the next half hour.
Thank you so much. Still coming up this morning, farms, they're feeling those drought conditions Bob mentioned. We're going to hear from one Delmarva farmer on how it's costing him more money during the dry stretch of weather.
Also, EV goals and pushback, a look at Delaware's aggressive EV benchmarks, and the cost to people living in the state and their concerns of their viability.
And a program to help drivers and their families dealing with unnerving situations. Stick with us here on Coast TV News Today.
As temperatures drop, FH Fur invites you to be part of something truly heartwarming, our Fall into Comfort toy drive. Through December 15th for only $29, the experts at FH Fur will perform a comprehensive heating system inspection, ensuring your home stays snug through the chilly months ahead. The best part? 100% of the proceeds will go to the United States Marine Corps Reserve's Toys for Tots. Schedule your heating inspection today with FH Fur.
877-CALL-FUR. FHFur.com.
Mondays at 5 on Big 107.7. It's time to huddle up and talk football.
We're talking touchdowns, tackles, and everything in between.
From game-changing plays to the latest news around the league.
We'll take a deep dive into all of the plays that made a difference.
We'll see you in the end zone.
Catch the End Zone, Mondays at 5 on Big 107.7. Sponsored by Tyndall's Casual Furniture.
This is the revolutionary socket fan by Bell & Howell. The amazing 2-in-1 ceiling fan and light. If you can screw in a light bulb, you can hang the socket fan light. Socket fan comes with this handy remote. You can control the light and the breeze that you need. Socket fan fits any standard light socket. You can do it yourself in less than 10 seconds.
And now, the socket fan lights with deep socket extender is yours for $49.95 with free shipping. Order now, and you can get a second fan for 50% off.
Get cool fast with Socket Fan.
Tonight at 8 p.m., the Governor's Challenge Selection Show, sponsored by Shower Glass, is on the Delmarva Sports Network. A deep dive into 5 brackets, over 100 teams, 5 days of the best high school basketball talent, all coming to the Eastern Shore.
Freshman delivering, and he'll go to the line.
Tonight, the only place for the 2024 Governor's Challenge Show is on the Delmarva Sports Network and the DSN app, sponsored by Shower Glass. Now on CoastTV News.
Chilly temperatures out the door this morning with another warm and dry day on the way. A cool down is coming, but still no rain in the forecast. I'll have more on the persisting drought conditions coming up.
Push to make driving in the first state more electric. I have the details about an upcoming meeting to go over Delaware's electric vehicle future and why some Delawareans have concerns.
From EVs to hybrids, the hopes to have a new ship for the Cape May Lewis ferry fleet.
Farmers deal with drought as we continue under dry conditions. The impact of this current stretch of weather to the bottom line of Delmarva farmers.
This is CoastTV News Today.
October 23rd, 2024. Good morning, everybody. I'm Matt Pensick. Good morning, Paige.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us. I'm Paige Marley.
And time is 5:31. Paige, we were going over the calendar earlier. I think it was yesterday, but
yes.
This is the last full week of October.
Yeah, it's freaking me out a little bit.
Freaking?
Yeah, I can't deal with it. I'm a little scared. I don't like how fast time is flying.
Time flies. It doesn't feel like fall. We were always saying earlier, like, oh, hey, great fall conditions out there. Last couple of days, almost ready to break out that bathing suit again.
Yeah, definitely.
That's a sight, folks. That's a sight.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, we'll skip over that one. But yeah, if you're waking up as early as we are and you're heading outside, it might feel like fall for those couple of hours. But yeah, when you head home, it's definitely not. So we'll bring in Bob right now. Bob, the real focus, though, is not really this temperature, but the lack of rain.
Yeah, that's the ongoing story, obviously, guys, and good morning to you. Good morning, Delmarva. Yeah, it's the dry conditions that persist, and they really continue until further notice. Out the door, obviously dry and cool. Now 49 in Delmar, so there's a 40 temperature in the 40s. 52 in Georgetown, 57 in Milton, 60 in Bethany Beach and Rehoboth, 63 in Ocean City. Winds are calm now, but you see the arrows pointing out of the southwest. That will be the wind direction today, and that's going to elevate fire danger this afternoon as the winds pick up and we continue to dry out even more, if that's even possible. We're looking at mainly clear skies this morning, some clouds farther back to the west. So we're looking at a mostly sunny day as we have high pressure in place. The closest rain, well, it's down the coast, off the coast of North Carolina right now. That's not heading our way. And just some clouds offshore from distant tropical system Oscar. Here's Futurecast this morning. We're looking at temperatures in the 50s, warming into the 60s with mostly sunny skies. By noon, mid-70s. The breezes start to pick up in the afternoon. Obviously, no burning until further notice. Mid to upper 70s for highs inland areas and 60s at the coast. I think some places inland will touch 80 as we go into the afternoon hours. Here's your bus stop forecast for the kiddos. Make sure they're wearing a heavier jacket out the door. Don't need to bundle up. 52. It's a chilly start. Then heading home, obviously they can carry the jacket. Breezy and warm and a temperature of 77.
As Bob mentioned, we have another dry day in store and drought conditions remain. Delmarva farmers are really feeling the effects. The dry weather hurting produce, which in turn causes farmers to lose money. Craig Brady with Stag Run Farm says his apple yields are 70 to 80% behind what they were last year.
The irrigations run on electric. We have electric pumps, so hence our electric bills have gone up by about 40%. I know a lot of people are running those pivots.
And flower growers at the market also say they are losing money since lack of rain is stunting the growth of some flowers.
Delaware's been working to become more electric, and we're seeing more and more electric vehicles currently on the roads.
Yeah, CoastTV News reporter Elisa Weber is live in Milton. Elisa, state officials are pushing more Delawareans to buy electric vehicles, but some have concerns.
Matt and Paige, I'm currently standing by a couple electric vehicle chargers. You can see there's also a car charging up right over here, and we're seeing more stations like these ones being put up throughout Delaware and the country as electric vehicles become more popular. And a major part of the Delaware Electric Vehicle Infrastructure Plan are proposed regulations that would require by fall 2025, 35% of new cars sold in Delaware be zero emissions. And now this proposal has received significant backlash from Delaware Republicans who are calling for a reevaluation due to concerns over cost, government overreach, and the availability of chargers. There has also been much debate around the state regarding the addition of new vehicle charging stations. And tonight, DelDOT and DENREC will host 2 online public meetings to present Delaware's electric vehicle infrastructure plan titled Charging Forward, the Delaware Strategy of Electric Vehicle Charging Infrastructure. One auto shop owner says an electric vehicle future is not realistic for some areas of the first state.
I don't see how it's going to be viable in a small town like this, because you're going to be limited to where you're going to put charging stations. The affordability of putting the charging stations in, who's going to pay for them, and how is it actually going to work?
Those meetings will be held at 4 and 6 p.m. on Zoom, and there will be a question and answer period. Back to you.
Lisa Weber, thank you for that. Happening this morning, we should get a better idea of how the Delaware River and Bay Authority plans to bring a new hybrid ferry online. Delaware officials are meeting Wednesday to talk construction, among other things. The hybrid ferry will replace a 40-year-old diesel vessel.
Eventually, as we get additional charging capacity and additional charging infrastructure, we're hoping that will be 100% green.
And the new ship is expected to join the fleet sometime in 2027.
Today, former President Donald Trump will make another campaign appearance in Georgia. On Tuesday, Trump was in North Carolina. During his remarks, Trump touted his plans for the presidency if he's elected.
So I'm here today with a message of hope for all Americans. With your vote this election, I will end inflation, I will stop the invasion of criminals into our country, and I will bring back, as your president, the American dream.
Vice President Harris did not have any events scheduled on Tuesday. It was left to former President Barack Obama to promote her message. There, Obama was being introduced by rap star Eminem. This is at a rally in Michigan, and here's what Obama had to say.
We do not need to see what an older, loonier Donald Trump looks like with no guardrails. America's ready to turn the page. We're ready for a better story. Michigan, we are ready for a President Kamala Harris.
And Harris is scheduled to take part in a town hall today in Pennsylvania.
And starting next week, make sure you tune in to CoastTV. We have our preview week coverage. We will air exclusive candidate interviews focusing on the races that will impact us here on Delmarva. Our Decision 2024 preview week, don't forget, kicks off next week.
Getting pulled over can be scary for anyone, and for people with autism, it can be even more nerve-wracking.
Yeah, that's why on Tuesday, a group of autistic drivers were given an opportunity to practice going through this procedure. As CoastTV News reporter Brendan Conroy shows us, the drivers and their families loved the experience.
Practice makes perfect, or at least makes you better prepared. That's why the Delaware Network for Excellence in Autism partnered with the Newcastle City and DENREC Police Tuesday to give autistic drivers the opportunity to practice traffic stops on a course at the McBride Beach Bathhouse parking lot. Alicia Fletcher and Charles Sawchenko work with DNEA and say this program is a huge help for the drivers.
It really reduces their stress and anxiety concerning any contact that they have with law enforcement.
The practice course has the drivers follow the cones to a stop sign that they drive through before being pulled over by a police officer conducting the traffic stop. Naomi Martin has autism and was joined by her mom, Jamie, for a couple of practice rounds on the course.
Having this
as a dry run and practice just will help prepare her in case this happens. Hopefully it won't in real life situation.
Naomi says she is more prepared.
It made me less nervous for real life.
Newcastle City Police Captain Keith Dempsey says it's a great opportunity for both the drivers and the police doing the stops.
It provides us two opportunities. One is for us to get to know the community and engage with the community and build relationships. And the other purpose is that it helps our officers learn that different people have different perceptions of what goes on at a traffic stop.
While traffic stops are no one's idea of a good time, practice and preparation will have these drivers as ready as they can be if they ever see the flashing lights in the rearview mirror. Right here at the checkout table is where drivers and families wrapped up. They were able to fill out a feedback form, get some treats and a goodie bag, and what you could tell is they were smiling and super excited about all they had accomplished on this driving course here today. In Lewis, Brendan Conroy, Coast TV News.
Got a lot more news to get to. Don't go anywhere.
So coming up this morning, a water rescue is the situation in Florida that forced emergency crews to airlift one victim for treatment.
Also delivering for Delmar, who was the hero in a 1-0 win for the Wildcats in high school soccer.
And big success for Bark. Why organizers are feeling pretty good about this year's Bark on the Boards event. Stick with us on Coast TV News today.
We salute Jason Lee, a proud Delmarva native from Seaford. Jason has served his country with honor as a former United States Marine and Iraq War veteran. Transitioning from the military to media, Jason has made a significant impact in radio. Today, he captures the hearts of the outdoors community as the host of Outdoors Delmarva. Beyond his professional life, Jason is a devoted father, an avid musician, and a lover of life's simple pleasures, like a good cup of coffee, the sound of the ocean, and spontaneous road trips. We salute Jason Lee for his service, both in uniform and in spirit, as he continues to inspire and entertain his community.
Spicer Brothers and Coast TV are honoring military persons and first responders serving Delmarva. If you have a family member, friend, or community member that you would like to nominate for a Coast TV salute, go to coasttvsalutes.com.
At the Delmarva Design Center, appliances, cabinetry, countertops, tile, and flooring come together in one showroom. We have specialists in each division, such as myself in appliances, to ensure that you not only get the best product for your needs, but that your selection fits seamlessly with every element of your remodel.
It's always fun bringing clients into Delmarva Design Center. No matter how much they want to spend, there's always an option for people to pick something that they like.
Delmarva Design Center. Great design starts with great inspiration. Selbyville, Delaware.
Capture your favorite moments at the Coast TV photo booth. Strike a pose and snap a pic, all for free. View previous pictures and see the next event at coasttv.com under the Features tab. The Coast TV photo booth, sponsored by Baths by Spicer Brothers.
Smell funky? Get Skunky, the shower anywhere sponges that clean all your funky parts from your head to your feet and everything in between. Just add water, work it into a rich lather, and it's ready to use. Skunky effectively lifts and removes oil and dirt from your skin and hair without any rinsing required. Just towel dry and you're done without any sticky residue. Skunky is ideal for contractors or anyone who works outdoors. A hiking, fishing, or camping trip wouldn't be complete without Skunky. Skunky is a game changer for all ages and a must for elder care. Call now and get 20 Skunky 60-second shower pads for only $9.99. But wait, order now and we'll send you 5 more absolutely free. That's 25 showers for only $9.99. There's a strict limit of 1 family pack per order at this incredibly low price. Order now.
To order, call 1-800-615-9517 or visit GetSkunky.com. That's GetSkunky.com. Order now.
Hi, this is Jimmy Hoppa inviting you to join us as we take the cross to the country. Christian country and Southern gospel, all to celebrate our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Taking the cross to the country, Sunday mornings at 8 on Coast Country, sponsored by Fitzgerald Salvage and Recycling.
It is 5:43 on our Wednesday morning. Dry Tech Cam, Ocean City, pretty mild, 63, and obviously dry. 49 in Delmar, 52 in Georgetown, so a little cooler inland, milder at the beaches, 63 in Ocean City. Bethany Beach and Rehoboth both at 60. Winds are calm now, but the tendency is out of the southwest. We'll see those winds picking up today into the afternoon. That will elevate the fire danger as the drought conditions persist. We're looking at mainly clear skies over us now, maybe a touch of fog, and a few more clouds farther back to the west. As you can see, nothing in the way of rain near us, just a little bit farther south. Here's a golf forecast today, and with those dry greens, I'm expecting them to be pretty fast. We're looking at nice conditions for golf, mostly sunny, breezy, and mild. That wind might wreak havoc with the ball, a high of 80 degrees. Another way to get your forecast is the Coast TV First Alert weather phone. It's sponsored by Baird, Mandalis, Brockstead, and Federico.
And we have breaking news this morning. Former Los Angeles Dodgers great Fernando Valenzuela has died. What we're showing you here are some of the fans gathering at Dodger Stadium to pay their respects to the legendary pitcher. The Dodgers announced the news saying Valenzuela died Tuesday night at a Los Angeles hospital. They did not provide the cause or other details. Valenzuela also had a brief stint pitching for the Orioles in 1993. 1981 was the year. He became the first player to win Rookie of the Year and the Cy Young Award. Fernando Valenzuela dead at age 63.
Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
Morning, sports fans. Henlopen soccer season is winding down in the first state. So let's take a look at a good finish from last night in Sussex County. Senior day at Del Mar. Laurel trying to play spoiler on the road and win its second of the year. Early on, Darwin Lopez Ponce for the Cats trying his chance at goal, but this one is easily saved by freshman netminder Emerson Martinez. Remember that name later. Through ball connecting with Lopez Ponce for Del Mar, but again Martinez denies it. It's still 0-0. Martinez was busy in the first 40 minutes. Cats Dylan Walls whips it across, but the 9th grader stands tall again, saving the Bulldogs from disaster. We go to the second half, still scoreless. After making an initial stop, is this Martinez or Scott Sterling saving that ball with his face from point blank to keep Del Mar off the board? Teammates love it. Another highlight, guess what's going to happen here? The stellar night for Martinez continues with a save. Finally, in the 19th minute of the second half, the Wildcats would strike. It's Jaden Lanham off the assist from Lopez Ponce, and Del Mar leads 1-0. To the waning minutes, one last opportunity to tie the game for the Bulldogs, and it's Wildcats goalie Caleb Ritchie pouncing on top as time expires. Cats improve to 8-5-1 this season. That'll do for sports. Have a great day, everybody.
Tonight on DSN at 8, it is the 2024 Governor's Challenge Selection Show. Then at 10:30, we have the final score. On the DSN Plus app, you can also watch the Governor's Challenge Selection Show. And then here are your DSN Plus exclusives. It's all girls high school volleyball tonight at 4. Lake Forest travels to Indian River. At 5, Delmarva Christian hosts Red Lion. Also at 5, you have Snow Hill at Pocomoke. 5:30, Queen Anne's is home with Kent Island.
Good travel conditions this morning on the way to work or school. 51 in Salisbury. Dry roads, obviously, with the dry conditions continuing. It's a cool start and another warm and dry day, and then more wind and cooler for the rest of the week. I'll break down the impacts of the drought as we head through time, coming up in your full forecast in 2 minutes.
Listen to Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3. We are Delmarva proud.
Ride the wave of Delmarva's vibrant coastal vibes with Coast Life. From hidden gems to sun-kissed trends and captivating local tales. Dive deep and immerse yourself in our coastal rhythm. Catch Coast Life weekdays at 4 on Coast TV.
Who wants to drag out a bulky vacuum? Introducing Horsepower Duck, a super compact vac with ultra-powerful suction. Clean up that mess in the kitchen, the spill on the sofa, even sawdust in the workshop. Just duck it up. The compact design can reach the tightest places, so store it in any drawer where it's always at your fingertips. You can even store it in your glove box for the ultimate car vac. The HEPA filter helps remove dust and allergens. Plus, it dumps out with ease, so it's ready to clean again. Get the Horsepower Duck hand vac for just $39.99. Order right now and we'll upgrade you to the Duck Pro package, a $30 value, yours free. You get the bendable tube, the crevice nozzle, and the soft brush nozzle, but supplies are limited, so there's a strict limit of 3 ducks per order. This may be your last chance to get yours at this low price. So don't delay. Duck it up today.
Call 1-800-581-3085 or visit duckback.com. So call 1-800-581-3085 or visit duckback.com now.
You ever just wanna... Yeah, that's fall in Pennsylvania. You can't spell plaid without PA, and that's no coincidence. There's a reason folks fawn over our foliage, pine for our pumpkins, and sigh for our apple cider donuts. Fall is just fallier here. It's almost not fair to the other states, so get here. Pennsylvania, the great American getaway.
Have fun and enjoy Delmarva's Coast with Petey the Peacock, sharing joy coast-wide. Know where he's going to be next and get his free coloring book at peteythepeacock.com. Sponsored by Tidal Health.
It's now 5:49 on your Wednesday morning. We are going to go now take a live look at Salisbury. All's pretty calm there right now, Bob. But, you know, one thing I noticed driving around yesterday was the foliage, the orange, the yellow trees, and you can see maybe a little bit of that there in Salisbury.
Yes, you can, and we are seeing that foliage really intensifying now. I don't know if the drier weather enhances the colors, but they are really pretty right now. Current foliage, well, it's patchy in this light yellow area, really much of our region. You start getting into this tan color, western Sussex County, and then points north and west. That's where it's moderate. And then this red color is, well, that's near peak or at peak. And that, of course, is across the higher elevations in the mountains. But right now, I think we are pretty much patchy. And then as we head into next week, I think we'll be pretty close to peak as we get closer to Halloween. Temperatures out the door this morning, 51 in Salisbury, 49 in Delmar, 52 in Seaford and Georgetown. A little milder at the beaches, 63 at Ocean City and Bethany Beach and Rehoboth, both checking in with 60 degrees. We're seeing, well, winds that are calm now, but they'll be picking up later this afternoon, elevating that fire danger. So you already know not to burn. So just want to reiterate that as we go through time. We're looking at, well, maybe a little bit of patchy fog in some places this morning. Watch out for that. That quickly burns off. Otherwise, just a few clouds along the I-95 corridor. We're seeing more in the way of clouds offshore right now. We have a tropical system called Oscar well out to sea. So those are the clouds with it, but unfortunately no moisture from that. And then there is this cold front back to the west. This will bring windy and cooler conditions for us tomorrow. And you can see it's pretty sparse with moisture, just a little bit of rain across the Great Lakes, and it's going to be a dry frontal passage for us as we go into tomorrow. Here is Futurecast. This morning we're in the 50s, but then quickly warming up as we go through the day as those winds pick up out of the southwest. Mid-70s by lunchtime, 60s at the beaches, mid to upper 70s later this afternoon, close to 80, I think, in some locations, and cooler at the coast. And as we go into this evening, cooling down through the 50s. And then early Thursday, a cold front comes through, 50s in the morning, and the winds start to really pick up as we go through the day. So we're looking at low 60s as we go into the mid-morning hours. By 12:30, just a few clouds, but you can see the different color arrows indicating the gusty winds. And the good news is it's cooler, but the bad news is the winds are up, so the fire danger will still be high. And they were in the 60s in the afternoon. The winds relax Friday morning, and it's chilly, 30s to near 40 inland, and then a little warmer at the beaches. And then Friday afternoon, another cool day with highs into the low to mid 60s. We're seeing those southwesterly winds today, over 20 miles per hour times as we go into the afternoon, shifting to the west and then northwest behind that front tomorrow, gusting to near 30 miles per hour at the beaches and pretty gusty inland as well. So it'll be a cooler and breezy day. And once again, with the dry conditions, that does enhance the fire danger. Paul Davis, 7-day forecast. The last real warm day, 80 today. And then behind that front Thursday, mostly sunny, 67, 68 on Friday, Saturday, 73, and then another cool down into the 60s Sunday and Monday. By Monday morning, could be a little frosty with a low of 38.
Thank you, Bob. Happening tonight, NASA has scheduled a launch from the Florida coast to help get its Crew 8 mission off the International Space Station. Now, weather is a concern after Tuesday's attempt was scrubbed. NASA says a return to Earth could be delayed due to unfavorable weather conditions around the splashdown sites off the coast of Florida. The earliest the launch would take place is tonight at 5. Coming up, water rescue. The situation in Florida that first forced emergency crews to airlift a victim for treatment. We'll be back right after this.
Get ready, Delmarva. Excitement and incredible savings have arrived at Gateway Subaru. Save up to $3,200 on a new 2025 Subaru Outback with financing rates as low as 1.9% for 48 months. Or save up to $2,300 off a new 2024 Subaru Crosstrek with financing rates as low as 1.9% for 48 months. And be among the first to drive the all-new 2025 Subaru Forester. Stop in and reserve yours today. Gateway Subaru, just minutes from the beaches in the heart of Delmarva. Higher standards.
Mondays at 5 on Big 107.7. It's time to huddle up and talk football.
We're talking touchdowns, tackles, and everything in between.
From game-changing plays to the latest news around the league. We'll take a deep dive into all of the plays that made a difference.
We'll see you in the end zone.
Catch the End Zone, Mondays at 5 on Big 107.7. Sponsored by Tyndall's Casual Furniture. Introducing Paisano, the authentic pizza oven by Granite Stone. Now make the world's most delicious pizza with real stone right in your own home. You simply set it and let it make golden, crispy, extra cheesy stone-baked pies in under 6 minutes. You can get your Paisano pizza oven for just 3 easy payments of $39.99. Plus, we'll ship your entire order free.
Call 1-800-608-5198 or order online at buypaisano.com.
Have you ever felt leg pain, restlessness, cramps, tingling, swelling, numbness, itchiness, or coldness? Then you need the new, clinically proven Legzercise Pro, the natural circulation booster that uses continuous automatic leg movement to soothe pain and promote healthy circulation the natural drug-free way.
After using Legzercise for a week, I felt like I wanted to go for a walk again without pain like I used to.
Legzercise Pro's patented walking simulator propulsion technology moves your feet back and forth along its concave track, creating constant movement and flex at both the knee and ankle joints. It's like having a physical therapist right in your own home.
It's helped with the swelling and the pain. The tingling feeling is gone.
Call right now and order your very own Legzercise Pro, the clinically proven automatic leg mover that soothes pain and naturally promotes healthy circulation. Call now.
Man is recovering in Florida after Miami-Dade fire officials rescued him from a fall on Tuesday. He had to be airlifted from a ship that was off of Government Cut. That's the name of the shipping channel. South of Miami Beach. Video showed the person being hoisted onto the helicopter and rushed to a center. Officials with the fire company say the injuries were not life-threatening.
We have an update on the very popular annual event, Bark on the Boards Block Party. It benefits the Brandywine Valley SPCA. Here's how successful this year's event was. Breaking down the numbers, Bark on the Boards raised $175,000. They also managed to adopt out 24 animals as well. That's fantastic news. All right, talking pets, it is 5:56, and we got to check in with our coastal pet of the day.
And today's coastal pet of the day is Blaze. What a good-looking boy here. Blaze loves to be outside playing and running, and he sent to us by Dawn in Georgetown.
That is a pretty dog right there. We want to see all your pets on Delmarva. Send us more photos. Tell us what makes your pet so special.
Yeah, take a look at your screen, scan that QR code, scan that, submit your furry friend to Coast TV News, and then watch weekdays from 5 to 7 a.m. to see all the pets we feature.
All right, it is almost in a few seconds, 5:57, and now it's time for a look at your forecast before you head out your door.
Yeah, I like to say almost time for some rain, but Bob, got another dry day in store, it looks like.
Yeah, we certainly do. So be careful watering out there. Of course, be careful because we have the elevated fire danger. Aside from that, yeah, more gorgeous weather, some clouds as we go through the day. Winds picking up later today, and we're into the upper 70s. I think close to 80 degrees inland areas, cooler at the beaches. Paul Davis 10-day forecast. Front comes through tomorrow, mostly sunny, only 67, but it will be breezy. 68 Friday. It warms up a little bit Saturday for Sea Witch. Yeah, we'll be there. 73, and then it cools down again Sunday and Monday into the 60s, and then warming up towards Halloween. Staying dry the rest of the month. Halloween is dry, 77, and we start November dry, partly cloudy, and 75.
Coming up at 6, efforts to make the first state more electric, details about the Delaware Electric Vehicle Infrastructure Plan, and what people think about the efforts to get more electric vehicles on the road. That and more when Coast TV News Today returns.